Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Outrage in Minneapolis. Calls grow louder for arrests after a night of fires and looting in the streets. Ben.
Devin, storm chances going up before the temperatures go down to find out just how chilly this weekend is going to be.
Okay, Ben, but first, even he says it was difficult to watch. The Washtenaw County Sheriff speaks out about the disturbing video showing one of his deputies punching an African-American woman. The sheriff spoke this afternoon following protests over that video.
They are demanding consequences for the deputy who is seen on camera punching Shatina Gradiel. Our Victor Williams live with more on this. Victor, the sheriff was pretty open about his feelings on this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he finally spoke to us about this disturbing video and basically says that this is not the image that he wants his department to portray to the public.
Don't touch her.
Obviously, it's an unfortunate situation.
Jerry Clayton says, as both an African-American and the sheriff of Washtenaw County, it was disheartening to watch the now viral video of one of his deputies repeatedly punching a woman while trying to make an arrest.
The images in and of itself are disturbing to me.
That's the reason why he wants the residents of the county, as well as the rest of the world that's watching via social media, to know that those actions don't represent the department at all.
And we have spent over a decade working, culture in the organization, partnership with the community, our belief in co-producing public safety, and I think we have a good reputation.
But that's not stopping the protesters that are downright angry at what happened. Sheriff Clayton also believes that this couldn't have taken place at a worse time.
We had this incident on Tuesday, all combined with what's happened in Minnesota and Georgia and Louisville, and quite frankly, what has happened in the African American community, especially as it relates to the relationship with police for decades.
As of now, the deputy involved is on paid administrative leave, at least until the results of the Michigan Sheriff's Association investigation are revealed.
We have asked them to make it a high priority so we can get what we need, so we can make the decisions we need to make.
Now that couple that was arrested has recently been released from jail. Now, whether or not they'll be charged, that all depends on the results of this investigation as well. So we will be on the lookout for that. Reporting live tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Sure will. All right, Victor.
Well, with retailers now allowed to partially reopen, a number of malls opened today across Metro Detroit. Briarwood and Ann Arbor, Great Lakes Crossing, and 12 Oaks saw foot traffic early this morning. Local 4 Business Editor Rod Maloney is live at 12 Oaks in Novi with a look at how everything went there. Rod?
Well, Kimberly, there's been a steady stream of traffic in and out of here all day. In fact, it happened. They started going in about just before 11 o'clock this morning. But they're learning here. There's a vast difference between this door going in, the main entrance, and then those security bars that roll up and down. This is open, the others not so much.
I hate online shopping, so.
Oh yeah, definitely. I miss shopping so much.
I just wanted to come and look at everything.
Michigan's looking to get back to normal and discovered in the shopping mall today it's not so easily done. Of the roughly 250 stores inside 12 Oaks Mall, a mere handful actually open to customers. Some put up signs saying they won't be open until next week. Others are leaving their options open. There was a lot of fanfare about opening shopping malls, but it left a number of shoppers like Mo Abu Kalbin disappointed.
I needed to buy some stuff, and unfortunately most of the stores are closed.
There wasn't much open. There was a couple stores open, so we were excited to go in and get out of the house and see some stores, but unfortunately there's not many open.
Inside, things are missing, like tables and chairs at the food court. The water fountains are taped off. 12 Oaks General Manager Dan Jones told us.
It takes a little bit of time to ramp up, so we'll gradually see more and more stores come online. But the expectation should be tempered, so you won't see every store. And it is by appointment only, so people should call ahead of time, seek out their favorite store.
Bonnie Duncan wasn't disappointed on her short visit, though.
But I just wanted to get out. It's time. It's time. You can tell. People are anxious to get out of the house, and even if they're not buying.
I miss Lululemon.
Well, there are other things missing here. No valet, the child's play area, that's not open as well. The hours have been shortened. They're going to be closing here at 7 o'clock. But the best advice Dan gave us was get their phone app, because you can apply for an appointment at a store and you can get in and out and know when you can get in and out by using it. So you want to go online, pick that one up. Back to you.
Rod, you were inside today. What was the atmosphere like? Like that one woman said, you know, she was anxious. She was just ready to get out. Is that what you were sensing from people that you saw in the mall today?
Yeah, I mean, most everybody's been respectful. They have tried to stay socially distanced, even in lines, and there have been lines forming. They have been socially distanced, but there isn't that much being done. In other words, like when you see people walking out of here, you don't see many people carrying bags.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Rod, thanks.
All right, now to the numbers. 38 Michiganders have lost their lives in the past 24 hours to the virus, but the state says 17 of those deaths came in from a review of vital records. Along with that, 406 new cases of coronavirus have been confirmed in the state. An encouraging statement from the state's top medical executive today. Dr. Janae Caldoun says Southeast Michigan has seen a reduction in cases for 7 weeks now.
Yes, but there is bleak news from the state on the economic front. The governor says Michigan may be facing a $3 to $7 billion budget shortfall because of the coronavirus. She says to avoid cuts to public education and public safety, Michigan needs help from Washington. The governor made a direct plea to the president and Congress.
I'm hoping that President Trump and Senator Mitch McConnell will do the right thing and provide states like Michigan with the budget supports we need to protect our families. We can't do it on our own. We need a partner in the federal government.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says a fourth relief bill could pass Congress by the 4th of July, but it's not clear what that would mean for the states.
Some good news on the weather front. We're almost done with this muggy stretch we've been in.
Yeah, but the bad news is we've got to deal with a little bit of rain first. Let's get over to Ben. First off, are you seeing any storms popping up on radar yet?
Well, Kim, we've got some showers that are in the south zone, but it doesn't look like anything really strong right now. It's possible we could get some gusty winds out of these things, but that should be about the limit. We're not anticipating severe weather out of these storms. Let's go to 4 Live radar. It's the south zone that we're seeing right now. You can see sort of a broken line of showers and maybe getting a few lightning strikes out of that if these intensify. Temperatures outside, as you can see in the corner of your screen, really only in the upper 70s as we speak. But as far as what we can expect for the rest of tonight, that's when we're going to be seeing the showers and thunderstorms could be becoming a little bit more numerous as we get through the next 18 hours. But those areas that you see on the screen are going to continue to move through, and then by Friday morning, we should be pretty much done with that. As far as temperatures go tonight, those are going to be in the 70s, and we'll talk more about the cooler weekend ahead coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Ben, let's move now to anger over the death of George Floyd. It is reaching a boiling point in Minneapolis, burning, looting amid the calls for justice.
Police, firefighters, and businesses are bracing for another night of unrest. Wendy Woolfolk reports the city is now turning to the National Guard for help.
A new day in a smoldering city, but carrying old wounds of a nation.
Police brutality is wrong, but to tear down our city like this, what's this proving? We're already going through the coronavirus right now.
Minneapolis literally ignited after a second night of protests in the death of George Floyd turned violent. Smoke billowing overhead. Residents looting stores.
We're about to lose the front of the precinct if we don't move this crowd out of the front.
Officers in riot gear attempting to secure a perimeter.
We have had a community that has been in trauma for quite some time. And what I cannot allow as chief is for others to compound that trauma.
Though heavily redacted by police, the department released body cam video from a park police officer who responded to the scene after Floyd was detained Monday night.
I can breathe.
But it sheds no light on this disturbing video where the fire department now confirms the 46-year-old showed no signs of life when paramedics arrived.
On my best friend on TV for the world to see getting killed.
Former NBA player Steven Jackson considered Floyd his twin.
So this is not what Floyd would want. Floyd would want everybody standing together and fighting for justice. And that's it. He's not the type of person to promote violence.
Violence not the answer for a family, city, and nation looking for change. Wendy Woolfolk, Local 4.
And ahead at 5:30, you'll hear from Detroit Police Chief James Craig on this, and he's not mincing words about what he thinks should happen in this case.
Now to a Help Me Hank alert, and it's some good news. Starting next week, Secretary of State branch offices are going to reopen, though there is a catch. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester here with what you need to know. Hank?
Take a look. Right now, the sign says closed, but soon branch offices all over the state and here in Metro Detroit will be open. But there's important information you need to know before you'll be allowed inside. They're getting ready to welcome you back. The more than 130 Secretary of State branch offices across the state of Michigan. Safety a top priority. We spoke with Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson today.
Our staff has actually come back to work this week to start sanitizing our offices, putting social distancing requirements in place.
You need to make an appointment, and the branches will be helping you with driver's license and state ID transactions that must be done in person. Title transfers, operator, CDL, chauffeur, mechanic, and motorcycle testing, and seasonal commercial vehicle renewal. They're asking that you arrive alone, that you wear a mask or a face covering while inside, stay in your vehicle until your appointment time, and stay home. Cancel the appointment if you suddenly feel ill. In order to make an appointment, you need to hop online, so what I'll do is I'll put a direct link right on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank.
All right, Hank. Well, they both survived COVID-19, and that's just where this story begins.
New tonight, I'm introducing you to the local couple who fought together even while apart, and the incredible milestone that made this embrace that much sweeter.
Also, he isn't going to like this. What an appeals court has to say about an Owasso barber who refuses to stop cutting hair despite the governor's order. Alice.
President Trump taking aim at social media platforms today. I'm Alice Barr in Washington. Coming up, what a new executive order could mean for companies like Twitter and Facebook.